Good morning, everybody. Wednesday, June 5th. Non-farm payroll eve. 1 week from FOMC. Today's quote is, listen to advice and accept discipline. And at the end, you will be counted among the wise. I think Monday's quote was something about hang around wise people and you will become more wise. So we're listening to advice and accept discipline. All right, my friends, let's get into it. So welcome to the AM briefing number 192, brought to you by microstrader.com, where together we trade better. All right, let's get into it. So tip of the day is know when not to trade. Yesterday was a perfect example. The mental and emotional drawdown I personally would have experienced in that slop and chop was not worth watching it. There is no medal for first place for watching slop and chop. I would prefer to save my emotional and mental equity, for example, today. Maybe I get to trade all day today. Maybe I'll get into a trade early in the day and get to nurse it. But preserving that mental and emotional capital, I know at the beginning of the week, my gas tank only has so much gas, and I need to moderate that. And so yesterday, I only traded the morning, and I was out. So what are the news drivers today? Well, today is Wednesday. ADP, non-farm employment change, final services PMI, ISM services PMI. So weird times for these events. Look how they're spread out. So we've got some landmines in the morning as we're trading, and then the clouds should clear after this. And we have to know we are 2 days before non-farm payroll. So today's kind of the last. I said it yesterday was the last really good trading day. It did not turn out to be a really good trading day, in my opinion. We did have one entry that went for 40 points, so that was nice. But it was not a typical Tuesday. So maybe today we'll get a little bit of a trend. We look like we're headed to all-time highs. We'll see. All right. So now yesterday, live on Zoom, if you watch that, we called out this long, this short, and this short. And like I said, we had one afternoon entry that I posted on the trading floor that went for 40 points. So that was really nice as well. So some odds and ends here. So our three primary entries you learn in boot camp is backside, front side, and break level. I have about 1,100 recorded trades for our system. Which of these have the most number of trades? Which of these have the least number of trades? Well, to believe it or not, front sides are the winner, and they're all pretty close, to be honest. They're all in the 300s. It's about a third, but front sides do lead the way. Now, I was surprised at the number of backside entries there. It was a little higher than I was expecting, but that not only includes backsides, it includes middle backsides, okay? So if I thought it was a middle backside, I counted it as a backside. There were only 44 middle backsides though. So if we wanted to remove that number would go from 341 down to basically 300. So if you like what I do here in the AM briefing, guys, like and subscribe and consider becoming a member and trade with us live on the ES and NQ chart. So yesterday it was great. Dave, I hope you don't mind me sharing this. One of my members, he is just loving what we're doing and just seeing trades after trades after trades. And yesterday he pointed out one that went 7 points. And I said, you are really liking this, aren't you? It is exciting. And he's like, totally. George, I've always been drawing levels, but nowhere near in the world do they compare to anything you've developed. Well, one of the things I do say is I don't pretend to have invented anything. I've just simply have made a gumbo out of a number of different things and have put my own spin and interpretations and rules and limitations. There's a couple things I invented that is not worth discussing, but in general, that's what it is. It's a wonderful tasting gumbo. If you want to learn how to trade these bounce levels, check us out. And then one final piece to the puzzle, in my opinion, is seasonality here. Look at June. Not the prettiest looking month. Look at July. Yeah, boy, that is very, very interesting there. So we will see how that develops as the month progresses. We are in an election year, so that might throw a monkey wrench in that seasonality. So to the chart. So yesterday we talked about this trend line. We added this one, and now it's also really clear to see we can add that one. Okay. So as we're zoomed in, I want to know if we get back to this line. Okay. That's why it's there. And also notice what happened here yesterday. We opened, we touched that trend line and came in again. Then we finally broke it. Here, let's zoom in even a little bit more. Let's go to a 10-minute chart here. So it finally broke it. And then it came back and back tested it, which we often see when your trend lines are drawn correctly, and then bounced off that as well. So now this is a delete. Don't need it on the chart. So let's dial in here just a little bit and let's look at our strong levels. So how did we do yesterday on our strong levels? Well, here's this strong range. This seemed to have played a role. This level seems to have played a role. And then we shot straight up here between these two guys. And we're playing. I was prepared to take this short right here this morning, but we actually didn't get there. And it's extremely counter, by the way. So it would be small with a 50% follow, and maybe I would get protection layers. We are just 50 points away from an all-time high. We're obviously laddering up. And also, where are we? We are just now getting into the green range here. And typically, it will want to explore at least to the red, if not all the way up. So we'll see what happens, especially when price comes back in. How does it behave off this bull bear line? And yesterday, that's exactly where we shot up to, was my bull bear line. Will the bulls win and we continue to an all-time high? Will they fail and come back in? And once again, if we come back in, I'm going to draw this in, and we get back to here. I'm so sorry. We get back to here and we get into the red. Careful with longs below. But at this moment, we are laddering up. If I was to trade right now, the play is longer flat. I would most likely take a long off here, or I'd say, you know what, I'm going to be a little greedier and I'm going to do it off this strong level against trend and probably try a long there. Anything else I want to cover on this? I think that covers it, guys. So I wish you the best of luck today, and I can't wait to trade with my traders live, and I will see you later. Whoa. All right, guys, that's it. See ya.